My Sports Vibes, thank you for vibing with me.
Yeah.
My Sports Vibes, thank you for vibing with me. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. Let's go.
I really do this.
I'm a hybrid fan. I'm a stand-up man.
Yeah.
They be hating on the squads, but they really a fan. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Talk that talk.
Talk that talk Fridays with your boy Mike. Sports Vibes. How is everybody doing on this wonderful, wonderful Friday? I hope you're having a great week. Hopefully you're going to have a great weekend. We're going to be extra positive. But I got to talk that talk today because it is Talk That Talk Fridays. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're a Minnesota Viking fan or if you just rocking with the vibes. But listen, let me do a quick little sound check real quick. Let me do a quick little sound check real quick, and we about to get on with the show. Because this is a show right here, and I'm going to tell you right now, there's some things I got to talk about, a few things I got to talk about, and we are going to talk about why I'm a die-hard Minnesota Viking fan. All right, so sound check, look, sounds good. Shout out to Mary in the building. Talk that
talk.
Now listen, Dreads is all over the place. Let's get it, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building right now. All right, so let's start off with this, man. I'm going to put up the stats of one of the games that I remember when I was younger that pretty much pushed me into the Viking fan base. Because, you know, I'm from Pennsylvania. I was either going to be a Steeler fan or a Eagles fan. You know what I mean? Being from the area, it was one of those two teams, right? And I said, nah, bruh, nah, to both of them. And I think I became a Viking fan before this game, but this is one of the games that really like, man, I gotta be part of the purple and gold community. I gotta be a Viking fan because number 84 is the greatest show I have ever seen on a football field. And that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? I think some other things, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show, but this game right here was a wild card game. Was this a wild card game? I believe it was a wild card game, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm mistaken, my bad, but I believe this was the wild card game. In 2004, the Eagles beat the Minnesota Vikings 27-16. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's one of those games. I know it was a wild card game versus the Eagles, and I know we lost. And I remember McNabb. I remember Brian Westbrook from the Eagles and Dante Culpepper and you know him throwing the ball to, you know what I mean, to Randy Moss and all that. And the thing about it, right, is like when I seen Randy Moss play, number 84, and all he didn't just run a fly route. Even though it was unstoppable, people try to disrespect Randy Moss and say he just ran the fly route. No, he didn't go in the middle that much because he didn't really have to. He did run some slants. You know what I mean? He did run some slants sometimes, but it wasn't like a all game type thing. He going beat you deep, and that's why he's one of the greatest, because no one could stop him. So people could try to say he's a one-trick pony all they freaking want. It doesn't matter because Randy Moss is that dude, that alpha of wide receivers, in my opinion. But Dante Culpepper he had a okay game. I wish they would have won this game. It was 27-16 that game. He was 37-47. They didn't get a run game established good enough to beat the Eagles in this game because and Dante Culpepper was a monster. If it wasn't for his injuries, I truly feel like the Vikings would have won a Super Bowl with Dante Culpepper. Dante Culpepper was very gifted. He had the biggest arm that I have seen being a Minnesota Viking fan. No, I didn't get to see Fran Tarkenton and the other great quarterbacks. The greatest quarterback that I have seen in a Minnesota Viking uniform, in my opinion, because I know other people are going to say other quarterbacks, my opinion, the greatest quarterback I have seen, I'm talking about for me, was Dante Culpepper, and he was throwing it to Randy Moss 84. And then in this specific game, I'm not sure if this is regular season or postseason, but man, he was throwing it, And he had 1 touchdown, Randy Moss, 8 catches for 69 yards. He didn't have a Randy Moss caliber game. And Terrell Owens kind of outplayed him a little bit. He only had 4 catches for 79 yards. Nate Burleson. Oh, I remember Nate Burleson. Jermaine Wiggins, Ontario Smith, Richard Owens, excuse me, Kelly Campbell, and Randy Moss was that guy, though, man. Nobody, I'm going to get to it. I'm trying to save what I really want to say about Randy Moss for the next section of this live stream. But, man, it was just special to watch him. And then for me, like, you know, I was seeing the Eagles. I got to see the Eagles all the time. I didn't really get to see the Minnesota Vikings, but when I seen Randy Moss for the first time, I said I had to. That's why, like, I cannot wait to get a Randy Moss jersey. I do not have a Randy Moss jersey. I would love to get it autographed, but if it's not autographed, it is what it is. I just want to get a Randy Moss jersey, and I want to frame it. I don't even want to wear it. Man, if I could, I'll wear it, but I kind of just want to frame it because I'm just the biggest supporter of Randy Moss, the biggest fan of Randy Moss. I think he's the greatest football player of all time. It's just my opinion. You know what I mean? I know there's 2 sides to the game, defense, offense, but for me, Randy Moss made me into a football fan, I think, actually. You know what I mean? But because I played football a little bit. Nothing crazy. I didn't play in college or anything, but I'm just saying, like, Randy Moss was that guy. And getting back to Culpepper real quick, man, he had 8 rushes for 41 yards. He was the leading rusher against the Eagles in this game. How is your quarterback the leading rusher in this game, bro? And I'm not saying Dr. Culpepper couldn't break tackles because he was breaking tackles. He's your quarterback, though. You know what I mean? So I wish there was a little bit more help in the run game. I'm not sure how Ontario Smith, he only had 10 rushes for 28 yards. Eagles shut our run game down. They made us one-dimensional, and that's how the Eagles beat us in that game. And this is like, the Eagles had like, Brian Westbrook was a monster, man. Brian Westbrook. The players on defense for the Eagles, I'm pretty sure they had Brian Dawkins, right? Did they have Brian Dawkins in this game? I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, they had Brian Dawkins. They had Sheldon Brown. I remember Sheldon Brown. I'm trying to think of some Lito Shepherd. Yo, these are some of the players that I grew up watching. Even though I wasn't never an Eagle fan, it's so crazy. I seen these players, and I never was an Eagle fan. I love Brian Dawkins. I even had, at one point, when I was a young, and I'm going to get to the comments shortly, at one point, I had a Terrell Owens jersey. You know what I mean? But I was never an Eagle fan. Never was an Eagle fan. Javon Curse. Where is, yeah, so those are some of the players. But on the Vikings side, you know, on defense, you know, for me, E.J. Henderson, one of my favorite linebackers of all time. Antonio Winfield, oh my gosh, bro. Like, this is like the days where I was just like, yo, like, how can anybody not be a Viking fan? You feel me? Like, E.J. Henderson, for me, one of the best linebackers, in my opinion, in Minnesota Viking history. If it wasn't for him getting injured constantly, I think that, bro, he would have been even more special than what he was. You know what I mean? I feel like I remember one play, he like jumped over somebody and broke his leg or something. I was like, gosh, Lee. He reminded me of like Teddy Bruschi. You know what I mean? That type of player. He always made a play. E.J. Henderson, man. Who else? But yo, those are the 2 players that I see on the tackles that I was like really a big fan of in this time in 2004. Antonio Winfield and E.J. Henderson. But that's why I'm a Viking fan from PA. It was because of the greatest, in my opinion. And I'm going to get to it in the next section of this live stream. But shout out to everybody that's in the building right now. Truly appreciate it. Good morning, Moss. All those incredible memories. Second jersey I got after Carter. Wow. Must be tough to be a Viking fan in Eagle territory. Man, Mary, when I tell you it is tough, like, all my family members are Eagle fans. I got a couple of family members that are Steeler fans. But most of the fan base, like most of my family, are Eagles. It's Eagle flags all over the place right now. If I was to leave my house right now and go up the street, there's Eagle flags everywhere. Everywhere. And then you see me with my purple and gold hoodie. They're like, huh? You get what I'm saying? I'm like the oddball walking around. But I'm proud of it, man. I'm proud to be a Viking fan. I always will be a Viking fan. And that's why I'm a die-hard Viking fan from PA. It's because of that guy. But talking about the greatest.
Talk that Talk.
Talking about the greatest wide receiver, in my opinion, in NFL history. I think his name is Randy Moss. I know his name is Randy Moss. His number is 84. And I think that, and this is no disrespect to Jerry Rice and the other great wide receivers, but for me, in my opinion, Randy Moss is the guy. Now, let's talk about it. Let's really talk about it. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're going to talk about it. Who's the greatest wide receiver in NFL history? And let's talk about it right. Where is it at? I'm looking for the article because I'm going to tell you right now, I truly believe it's my guy. Excuse me. All right, is this the article? I don't think this is the article. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I might have to take this off. Let me take this off. I believe. Hold on, my bad. It is. Where is it at? I don't even know. Oh, it's right over here. All right, it's right here. So look, this is my opinion. I feel like Randy Moss is the best wide receiver in NFL history. And I won't be mad if you chose differently, but this is just my opinion. This is by Fox Sports, the top 10 best wide receivers of all time. And they got Jerry Rice as number 1. I disagree, but I wouldn't be mad if anybody any NFL fan picks Jerry Rice. And this is what they said about Jerry Rice. Simply put, Jerry Rice is the Tom Brady of wide receivers. The undisputed greatest of all time. He is the league's all-time leader in receptions with 1,549 catches, receiving yards 22,895. Dang. Receiving yards. Gosh. And he has 197 receiving touchdowns. Rice was selected to a whopping 11 All-Pro teams, earned 13 Pro Bowl selections, and also won 3 Super Bowl titles with the 49ers. He's also got 2 Offensive Player of the Year awards and was named MVP of the Super Bowl. Wow. One of the Super Bowls. From a postseason perspective, he also is NFL's all-time leader in receiving yards, 2,245. Receiving touchdowns with 22. Rice was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2010. Wow. I'm going to keep it real. Impressed with Jerry Rice, man. Awesome. I cannot hate on anybody that says Jerry Rice is number 1. He always made the play. He was just amazing player. You know what I mean? But they got number 2, Randy Moss. Now, for me, Randy Moss is my GOAT at wide receiver. Just my opinion, y'all. Number 84 is the reason why I'm a football fan. Number 84 is the reason why I'm a Viking fan from Pennsylvania. Number 84 had that saying, I just mossed you. No other wide receiver in NFL history had anything like that. You know what I mean? And let's talk about it, right? Arguably the best deep ball threat of all time. You can't argue about that. I feel like that's a fact. You feel me? Can I talk that talk on Talk That Talk Fridays with your boy Mike Sports Vibe?
Talk that talk.
Randy Moss was an unstoppable force for the majority of his 14-year career. He strung together 6 consecutive seasons with 1,300 plus receiving yards from 1988 to 2003 with the Vikings and had 10 or more receiving scores in 5 of these seasons. That is simply amazing. The man had 10 or more receiving scores, y'all, in 5 of these seasons. Who was stopping Bruh, like, let's keep it real. Who was stopping this bull, man? The answer is nobody. The answer is nobody. Moss finished his career as one of the 5 receivers all time to eclipse 15,000 receiving yards, and his 156 receiving touchdown ranked second all time. His 2007 season with the Patriots was arguably his best, as he set the NFL single season record for touchdown catches with 23. Wow, I remember that year. In that year, they lost to the Giants in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Wow. A mark that still stands today. I don't think anybody breaking that record anytime soon. The 4-time first-team All-Pro and 6-time Pro Bowler was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2018. By the way, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We going live for absolutely every game. And since it's the off season, we still want to have a party. We're going to have a party every Monday, every Wednesday, and every Friday. Talk That Talk Mondays, Talk That Talk Wednesdays, Talk That Talk Fridays. And if I don't happen to go live between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Eastern, I will make it up to you, I promise. But shout out to everybody rocking with your bull, man. Hit the like button on this live stream. Now they got number 3. And hold on. Let me get back to Randy Moss. I'm going to say this again. I think Randy Moss is number 1. But I cannot argue with anybody that says Jerry Rice is number 1 because the stats speak for themselves. He's a Super Bowl champion. He was unstoppable. He was amazing. He was great. I have nothing but respect from when it comes to Jerry Rice. So this is no disrespect, but for me, my opinion, Randy Moss is my guy, right? Now get into number 3, Terrell Owens. Now listen, people sleep on Terrell Owens, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because of how he carried himself in certain instances on teams, like when he was with the Cowboys and when he was with the Eagles, when he was in the driveway. What'd he say? What'd he say in the driveway? He said, "That's my quarter." Shout out to my guy Cooley. Shout out to my guy Cooley in the building. Yeah. Shout out to that guy right there, man. That's my homie. But Terrell Owens, right? Wow, simply one of the best, right? And this is what they said, right? It's fitting that Terrell Owens ranks 3rd on our list, as he's a 3rd all-time in receiving yards with 15,934 yards and receiving touchdowns with 153 touchdowns. He played 15 years and finished his career with 5 first-team All-Pro selections and 6 Pro Bowl nods en route to a Pro Bowl Football Hall of Fame induction in 2018. Owens also had 42 games in which he had 100-plus receiving yards and a touchdown catch, which trails only Jerry Rice with 57 and Randy Moss 53 all-time. He went over 1,000 yards 9 times over an 11-year span and had 8 seasons with 10 or more touchdown receptions. Owens is also one of the 2 players ever to record 20 receptions in a game, doing so against the Bears in 2000 season. Brandon Marshall is the other. Simply amazing player. I really, man, I got the one thing. When I say get your popcorn ready, I got that from Terrell Owens. You know, Terrell Owens for me is one of those wide receivers. I ain't gonna say he was misunderstood, but I feel like people sleep on him because of the stuff. They take somehow, some way, they take away some of his greatness. They try to take some of his greatness away because of some of the things he did off the field. But on the field, and sometimes some of the stuff on the field, he did some stuff, but on the field, he was a straight-up dog, and he deserves to have the 3rd spot. I can see that being the 3rd spot. All right, now number 4, Larry Fitzgerald. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. Let's see who's number 5 real quick. I like Larry Fitzgerald. I think I might put Calvin Johnson above Larry Fitzgerald, though. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I like Marvin Harrison at number 6. Then they got Chris Carter number 6. Ooh, hold on now. Isaac Bruce, that's another one. Tim Brown, that's another dog. And Andre Johnson, wow. All right, so look, let's talk about Larry Fitzgerald real quick. I'm gonna probably do 5 of them, and we can debate about who's number 1, who's top 5 or whatever. I think I would switch this a little bit. As much as I like Larry Fitzgerald, I feel like Calvin dominated on another level when it comes to just for the amount of time he plays. I know Calvin Johnson, he retired early because I think he was like, I'm getting injured too much. I'm tired of getting hurt. So he retired early, but he retired on top. One of the most unguardable wide receivers I have ever witnessed. And this is coming from a Viking fan. I can't stand the Lions, but I keep it real over here. But let's talk about Larry Fitzgerald, another great wide receiver. Having played all 17 years of his career with the Cardinals, that's impressive. Larry Fitzgerald was, sure-handed receiver who made big plays when it mattered. That's true. The 3-time All-Pro. What was the other wide receiver that he played with, though? Was it Antoine Bolden? The dude that fractured his face? He got hit. It was like a head-to-head contact, and he played with Larry Fitzgerald. I think it's Antoine Bolden. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments if you can. But the 3-time All-Pro and 11-time Pro Bowl selection led the NFL in catches and receiving touchdowns twice during his career, and finished second all-time in receptions with 1,432. Second all-time in yards. Wow, 17,492 yards. And 6th all-time in touchdown catches with not 1,000. Oh, my gosh. If he had 1,000, oh, my God, he'll be the GOAT. He'll be the triple GOAT. 121 catches. 121 touchdown catches. And the postseason is where he truly shined, as he is one of the 9 players ever to catch 10 touchdowns in the playoffs, doing so in just 9 games. That is impressive. Fitz, 104.7 yards per game in the postseason, is the highest of any player to have appeared in at least 5 playoff games. He is eligible for the Pro Bowl, the Pro Hall of Fame. Not bad. Not Pro Bowl. Pro Hall of Fame in 2026, which he should be a Hall of Famer, and will most likely be first ballot choice. Should be. All-time great. Now, number five. Look, I like Larry Fitzgerald, but for me, let me just keep it real with you. Shout out to JJ, play-by-play with JJ, Christopher Real, Star Wars Cooley, Larry Fitz, Minnesota made. I like Larry Fitz, but I don't got him number 4. And this is no disrespect to Larry Fitz. I got Calvin number 4 at least, bro. I'm sorry. When I see, maybe because I got to see Calvin more because I'm a Viking fan, I watch more Viking games. I don't know. And we play the Lions twice a year. This man was on another level, bro. Like for the amount of time he played, how many seasons did he even play? Excuse me, y'all. Trying to get over this little cold. So Calvin Johnson, number 5, they got him in the top 10. So when you ask defensive coaches of players who the scariest receiver in the NFL was during the mid-2000s, Calvin Johnson name always pops up. He was 6'5" and weighed more than 230 pounds, but still ran a blazing 4.35 40-yard dash at the combine, which earned him the nickname Megatron.
Talk that talk.
I don't know. That's a cool behind nickname, man. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you, man. Like, I'm a big Transformer person. You know what I mean? I love Transformers. So that was a cool behind nickname, bro. Anybody named Megatron because there's nothing you can do to stop this man when the ball is in the air. Like, the man just adapts and he catches the ball. It don't matter if he's triple team. The man's going to catch the ball somehow, some way. Straight up monster. Johnson retired early and only played 9 seasons, all with the Lions. But those 9 seasons can stack up against anyone, and I agree. He finished with 11,619 yards, 83 receiving touchdowns, both which rank in the top 6 all-time in a player's first 9 seasons. He is amazing. Most notably, He has the NFL single-season record for receiving yards with a whopping 1,964 yards in 2007. Wow, wow. It's still holding? Wow. Had he continued to play, Johnson might have been in the top 2 on this list. He was inducted into the Pro Bowl Hall of Fame in 2021, which he should be. See, look, do you get it though? So you don't have Larry Fitzgerald in the Hall of Fame, but you got Calvin Johnson, but he's ranked number 5 on your list. Make that make sense. How you got the 4th best wide receiver of all time, right, ahead of Johnson, but he didn't get in the Hall of Fame before Johnson? I don't understand that. Because somebody make that make sense to me, please. Because that don't make no dang on sense to me. For real. Eagles. Nah, we ain't worried about none of that. I'm scared of. I'm confident in us, but yeah, y'all gonna have a trouble, man. Washington versus Eagles. That's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good game. But all right, let's get to number 6, y'all. Let's get to number 6, Marvin Harrison. Wow, amazing, getting the ball thrown to him by Peyton Manning, one of the greatest wide receivers of all time. I'm only gonna do up to 7. But Marvin Harrison was great. Another guy who spent his entire career with one team. Marvin Harrison was a Colt for 13 seasons and put up gaudy numbers with Peyton Manning as his quarterback. His total of 1,102 receptions ranks 5th all time. His 14,580 receiving yards ranks 9th in his 127 receiving touchdowns is also 5th. And by the way, I think his son is in the NFL now, and I think he's pretty darn good as well. So that's pretty cool. Harrison earned 8 All-Pro, and Pro Bowl selections during his career and was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2016. He is also just one of 3 players in our top 10 to have won a Super Bowl, joining Rice and Isaac Bruce. All right, now let's get to 7. And this is going to be the last one I'm going to really talk about. Chris Carter. Now, this is why I also have Randy Moss on this pedestal when it comes to the greatest, right, at the wide receiver position. Because even the great, and I mean the great Chris Carter, right, probably one of the first wide receivers that made the one-handed catch sexy. He made the one-handed grab, the one-handed catch with one hand, like just amazing, beautiful football to watch. And this man said when they drafted Randy Moss, he even, I ain't gonna say he bowed down, but he said, what can I do? This guy's the guy. This guy's the guy. So you know how great Chris Carter is. And him saying that about Randy Moss, in other words, it's like, you know the vibes, man. You know the vibes. Like I don't know how people could argue about Randy Moss being that bull. But this is what Chris Carter said. Before the Vikings had Randy Moss, they had Chris Carter, one of the 4 players ever with 130 career receiving touchdowns. Carter ranked 6th all-time in reception with 1,101 yards and 13 all-time in receiving yards with 13,899 yards. He made 3 All-Pro teams and 8 Pro Bowls en route to Pro Hall of Fame induction in 2013. The Ohio State product is Minnesota's all-time leader in every receiving category and was known for sure-fire hands. Probably the greatest hands besides Randy Moss, and he might even got, I don't know. That's a close one. When it comes to hands, I ain't never really see Randy Moss drop a ball, and I'm pretty sure Chris Carter ain't never really dropped a ball. It's rare, very rare. Then you got Isaac Bruce, number 8. That's a very, very good one. Isaac Bruce was amazing. Tim Brown from the Raiders, simply amazing. Amazing. And Andre Johnson. Man, I remember Andre Johnson in his prime. But leave in the comments below. Who do you think the greatest wide receiver of all time. Would you switch it up just a little bit when it comes to the order? Excuse me. But that's all I'm gonna say about that. Now let's get to the next topic. Everybody that's in the building, shout out to each and every one of y'all. Let's get to the next topic. Now, let's talk about what are we gonna talk about? Let's talk about let's talk about Cameron Bynum. Who, if you don't know who Cameron Bynum is, there's uncertain future for our safety when it comes to the Vikings. But what I want to say is I want to keep Bynum in the purple and gold. I don't know what's going to happen with Harrison Smith, but this is what Cam Bynum said regarding what is his future look like if it's in Minnesota. And this is what he said. And this is Talk That Talk.
Talk that talk.
Talk That Talk Fridays with your boy. Make sure you hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. If you're a die-hard Minnesota Viking fan, you already know the vibes. Even if you ain't a Viking fan and you liking the vibes, hit the subscribe button. It's definitely going down. So this is what he said. He said, I'm not sure what it's looking like. This is Cam Bynum talking. But I'm praying I'm back here. He said, I'm praying I'm back here. Bynum told Fox 9, I've loved everything about my 4 years here, being a Viking. There's nothing better. Talk that talk.
Talk that talk.
Talk that talk, Cam Bynum. He said, I am praying it will work out. And I know God will put me exactly where I need to be.
Talk that talk.
And I agree. And I agree with everything he said. But for him to say there's nothing better than being a Minnesota Viking, there's nothing better to put on that purple and gold, I got to give him a skull champ. I got to give him a skull chant. Because at the end of the day, I agree with him. I agree on everything he has said. When it comes to the Minnesota Vikings, there's nothing better. There's nothing greater than being a Minnesota Viking. There's nothing greater than being a Minnesota Viking fan. I know. We haven't won a Super Bowl. I know. But we're about to get our first Super Bowl in 2025. Can I talk that talk?
Talk that talk.
So, Heavy said 42 million star breaks silence on certain futures. So this is what also they're saying. They're saying approaching free agency for the first time in his career. Minnesota Vikings safety Cam does not know where the future holds. All right, I'm not going to read that. But look, PFF projected Bynum to garner a 3-year, $42.8 million contract as a top 3 safety in free agency. How do you feel about that, Minnesota Viking fans? Do you feel like we should give Cam Bynum that type of paper? I don't know. I honestly don't know. So I would love to get your opinion in the comments below. But I think Cam Bynum is definitely a very good safety. Talking about what he did for the Minnesota Vikings. And hopefully he stays with the Minnesota Vikings. The former 2021 4th-round pick had a breakout season as part of the Vikings defense that finished 5th in points allowed. He played the 3rd most snaps on defense, totaling 96 combined tackles, a career-high 3 interceptions, and 2 fumble recoveries. That's awesome. He's a very good safety, man. I hope we can keep him in the purple and gold, but it depends on the money. We got a lot of money, but it depends on how it's going to work out. How we going to work this money situation out? We got a lot of holes. And I'm not going to talk about it right now, but we got a lot of holes. But the one thing we don't want to have a hole in is when it comes to the safety position. We want to make sure we get our safeties. Important safeties are one of the most important positions on defense as well. Another slept-on position. I have a lot of respect for safeties. One of my favorite safeties of all time is Harrison Smith. And not sure if he's going to retire, but if he's going to retire or possibly go to another team, I don't think you could lose buying him. I think he's a must, right? But y'all leave in the comments below and let me know how y'all feel about everything I just said about Cam buying him. I like him. Keep him in the purple and the gold. Now let's talk about something else. Let's talk about another safety. No, not a safety. Corner. And I'm going to keep it real with y'all, right? Mike, Sports Vibes, Talk That Talk Fridays with your boy. We got to talk about it, man. We have to talk about this corner. And I'm going to keep it real with y'all. If he's healthy, I think he's the perfect corner that we needed. I'm not saying he's going to be a Sauce Gardner or anything like that. Who knows? He might be. But let's talk about him. Mekhi Blackmon remains positive, makes progress in ACL recovery. This article is written by Craig Peters, senior editor. Now listen, I'm going to say this right now. Before he got hurt, I was one of the few people that was like, yo, I like Mekhi Blackmon. We needed corners, right? Excuse me. We needed corners. But I said before he got hurt, I was like, man, I like this bull. He could honestly be a very good corner. Under Brian Flores, I believe he can because he has that dog mentality. Yes, he gave up some plays, but he did a lot of good things as well. I mean, shoot, everybody gives up plays in the secondary, it seems like, for our corners. We don't got no Revis. We don't got no Sauce Gardner. We don't got a DJ Reed. We don't got that type of corner. You know what I mean? But for me, it was a heartbreaking situation when Mekhi Blackmon teared his ACL, man. But this is what he's saying. He's positive. So the eagerness to return is as strong as ever for cornerback Mekhi Blackmon. Are y'all looking forward to Mekhi Blackmon like I am? I'm really curious, Viking fans, because this guy got it, man. He got that dog mentality. I'm trying to tell y'all. The 2023 third-round pick from USC opened his second NFL training camp with excitement and optimism and a torn ACL. The injury occurred during the Vikings' first practice of July. That sucks, man. And this is what Mekhi Blackmon said. This is what he said. This is coming from the guy himself. He said, really, I just couldn't believe it. I didn't think it was real. I didn't really think I was injured at all, Blackmon said last week as Vikings players cleared out their lockers at Twin Cities Orthopedic Performance Center. Just thought I got banged up a little, so when I got the news, I was real bummed. I understand, bro. I was bummed for you, bro. I was like, nah, no, not my God, Blackmon. But shout out to my guy. He getting healthy. He said, but everything happens for a reason. Man, these people are really talking that talk. Friday, man.
That talk.
This is Talk That Talk Fridays, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're a Minnesota Viking fan. Man, I agree. Everything happens for a reason. God makes no mistakes, so I'm just kind of waiting for my turn, and it's coming soon. Talk that talk, Mekhi Blackmon. Talk that talk, my guy.
Talk.
Blackmon played 435 defensive snaps and two on special teams as a rookie. He recorded 41 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 8 pass defense, an interception, and a fumble recovery over the course of 15 games, 3 starts. So I love it, man. Interception occurred in Minnesota's 27-19 win over New Orleans, and the fumble recovery after it was forced by Joshua Metellus. Shout out to Joshua Metellus. Gave the Vikings the ball at their own 16 in the third quarter of an eventual 3-0 win at the Raiders. I remember that game. We won that game 3-0, bro. And people want to complain about the Vikings defense and their coaching. Man, I'm trying to tell you, for a team with all these, I'm not going to get into it, y'all, but I like KOC. I'm going to say that. But he has to be a better play caller consistently. Like, ain't no freaking way we should only score 3 points against the Raiders last season. I mean, that's last season, but y'all get what I'm saying. That was crazy. How did we win 3-0? That was crazy. All right, so he also they're also saying he looked forward to growing in the second year. Defensive coordinator Brian Flores, defensive system, instead of doing so in practices, in games, black men focused on mental growth and the opportunity to learn from veterans like Byron Murphy Jr., Shaq Griffin, Stephon Gilmore, and Fabian Moreau. Look, let me say this real quick. I want to make sure Byron Murphy's good. We got to sign. I don't know if we're going to re-sign him. I'm pretty sure. Is he under contract? I'm not really sure. Shaq Griffin, no disrespect, skedaddle. Stephon Gilmore, no disrespect, skedaddle. Fabian, I don't know. But listen, I like Stephon Gilmore, but he's a little bit up there. I need to get younger in the cornerback room. And that's why I'm so big on cornerbacks. Like, I want to get us a good offseason cornerback. Like, Kwesi has to cook this offseason, bro. He really does. And what else? Blackman also said, you're kind of watching and on the outside looking in. I hope a lot of these guys come back. I had relationships with them even before I got hurt. Blackman said, a lot of these guys have been saying they wish they could play with me this year as well. That really sucks. But yeah, so how do y'all feel about Mekhi Blackman being super positive and he'll be back? How do you feel? Are you confident in Mekhi Blackman coming back in 2025? I am. I think it's going to be very, very good. And I am looking forward to it, to be honest with you. I'm going to keep it all the way real with you. I'm looking so forward to it. And if anybody else feels otherwise, let me know in the comments. I'm truly curious. Talk that talk. You know the vibes.
Talk that talk.
Mary said, great conversation, Mike. Believe we need to keep Cam. Have to go to work. Enjoy this. Well, finish watching. All right. Okay, Mary, have a good day at work and have a wonderful day. And as always, God bless. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for watching. Appreciate it. All right, so let's get to the next thing. Right? Let's talk about the magical. Hold on. Let me. Let's talk about the magical. And I mean the magical 7-round mock draft with your boy Mike Sports Vibes. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It's definitely going down. Now let's talk about it. All right, so it goes. Let's go to mock draft because we're gonna really get into it. And look, and I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Y'all gotta let me know how I did or how we did in this mock draft. This is a magical mock draft, y'all, and I need your help. We're doing 7 rounds. So, I don't know what we're going to do this free agency. We better get some guards. We better do what we have to do. We better re-sign some of our players. Some of our players, like Cam and such, et cetera, et cetera. But I think we can address some of these needs in the draft as well. So let's start. Let's start this draft. I'm not going to talk y'all all day, talk y'all heads off all day. Let's get to it. So let's start the draft. I'm going to pause it real quick because I want to see the first couple. We got Cam Ward, number 1 to Tennessee. Travis Hunter to number 2. Shador Sanders, number 3. I can see all that happening. Now let's get to the Vikings. All right. In the 2025 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select doo-doo-doo. How you make the sound? Doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. Skull, baby. Skull to the bowl. the Minnesota Vikings select who? This is so hard. Listen to me, y'all. I don't know. Would I be wrong if I did something like, listen, man, would I be wrong if I drafted a running back 24th overall over a corner and defensive tackle, over the guards that I think we're going to get in free agency? So listen, y'all, I want to say this. We're going to get some of these positions in free agency. Know what I mean? But I'm not going to sit here. I might pass. Hold on. I'm going to see what they got. Nah, we're not even going to do no trade backs. Listen, I know this might not be the most popular decision, man. But I got to get this running back right here. I like Omari Hampton, North Carolina Tar Heels. Russian grade 90.5 power back. He's amazing. Amazing. Elusive rating 126.8. 12 games played. Rushed for 1,660 yards in 2024. He also had 15 touchdowns, 5.9 per carry. Power back. He's not the type of back that's going to cross you up too much, but he will run you over. I mean, I ain't sleeping on him being crossing you up, but most of the time he going to run you behind over. He going to stiff arm you. He going to run you over. I ain't going to sit here and lie to y'all. I think I might go this route. And I know this is not with a lot of Viking fans. They're not going to like this pick. I almost guarantee I'm going to have comments saying, why would you draft a running back in the first round? Because we addressed a lot of the needs in free agency. That's why. That's why. And we need a freaking running back. We didn't address the running back position. And I think it ain't like it's the first overall pick. It's the 24th pick. You know what I mean? It's the first round. We do need defensive tackles. But I think I got to go. I think I got to go. Hold on. Let me see the other running backs real quick. I think Caleb Johnson from Iowa. See, this is a tough one, bruh. But I'm going Omari Hampton, bro. I'm sorry, but not sorry. It is what it is. It is what it is. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me, y'all. So welcome to the Minnesota Vikings. Omari Hampton. Skull, baby. We're going to address a lot of these needs, y'all. I know people are going to be like, you get an F. Give me a letter grade for this draft already, y'all. Give me a letter grade. I just drafted a running back, 24th overall. I know a lot of Viking fans is not going to like that. It is what it is, though. We're going to see. Third round pick. Now, pick 33. And I want Viking fans to remember, they were saying the same thing about the Lions when they drafted Gibbs. Why would they draft their running back in the first round? And Gibbs is one of the best running backs in the game, and he destroyed us. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to freaking talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it. Running backs are important. All right, now listen. We're in the third round. We 97th overall pick. And I'm going to keep it real. I kind of want to go center right here. Am I wrong for going center with the third over? Listen. Am I wrong? Because I know we're going to get that defensive tackle in free agency. I could trade back. Let me see what the trade offer is real quick before I even do it. Let's see if they'll do this trade back. I'll trade a 97 for this. If they don't do it, nah, man, we want, hold on. I don't know if I want to do this pick, man. Nah, if you want to get this pick, bro, you got to give me something more than, they would say 97%. Should I give up the 97th? I think the 190th pick is a fifth rounder, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. We do need some more picks, though, but it's like, that's one. Nah, bro, we going to draft. We sticking and picking, bro. I'm tired of always trading back. We getting that. Hold on. What we doing? We going to get the center, Jared Wilson. Let me just see him real quick. 79.6, 12 games played, no sacks allowed, one hit allowed, 5 hurries, 76.0 run block grade, pass block grade is even better, 84.9. Now he got to be 300 pounds. 310 pounds, 6'3". Jared Wilson. Georgia Bulldogs center. Welcome to the mighty Minnesota Vikings, baby. So we got our running back and we got a center. First 2 picks, bro, in the 2025 NFL draft. And we already got our defensive tackle in free agency. Doesn't mean we won't do it again, get another defensive tackle. We still got 3 picks. Don't sleep on these 5th rounders. It's the first pick in the 5th round. Now listen. I don't know. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Am I going corner? I don't know, man. I ain't going to sit here and lie to you. You know what I'm liking right here? I'm looking at Cody Simon. Let me see what Cody Simon looking like. 18 games played, tackles, missed tackles 13. Let's see. First look, 6'2", 235 pounds. Improved every year. What about a lineman? We do need a linebacker, though. We do need a linebacker. But let me see what else. All right, so we got. So we don't need a defensive end, I don't think. Denzel Burke. Let me see what Bull from Ohio State looking like real quick. 2 touchdowns on him, 2 interceptions, 72.2. Took a step back from 2023, 2024. First look, 6'1", 193. Stats. Run defense, 73.6. Coverage grade, 70.9. Man coverage grade, 58.3. I don't know about this. I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm going linebacker, bro. I think I might go linebacker right here to keep it all the way real with you. I think I'm going linebacker. Right here. Cody Simon. What y'all think? Cody Simon or Denzel Burke? Which one? Is anybody... Hold on. Who in the comments right now? Who we going to? What up, nerd? What's going on, bro? I don't know what we need more, bro. And a lot of these free... Look, we're going to handle a lot of these in free agency, y'all. So I'm not really tripping too much. I think I'm going to go... Because I know we need a corner, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to draft corner. Denzel Burke. I think I want to go Cody Simon. This might not be the best pick, Denzel Burke. We're going to go with him, though. We're going to get that corner. So we got the center. We got the running back. We got the corner. Now, what we doing right here? 5th round, 24th pick in the 5th round. Now, we don't need a quarterback. We don't need a defensive end. I do like Ollie Gordon in second H-back, but nah. I'm going to see CJ West. What's up with CJ West real quick? All right, so 1 sack, 5 hits, 19 hurries, 317. I'm going to go with CJ West. Let me look at the stats real quick. 83. Okay. 13 games played. Run defense, 88.1. Pass rush, 72.9. Pass rush win ratio, pretty darn good. We going to go with the bull. CJ West. CJ, Indiana. Hoosiers. Let's go, baby. Skulls. Welcome to the Minnesota Vikings, baby. Skull. All right, y'all. So last pick. Let's turbo this. All right, so last pick on the clock for the Minnesota Vikings in 2025. 239, 21st pick in the 7th round. The Minnesota Vikings will select. I don't know. This is a little bit suspect. I don't know. What I'm going to do, though, is what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to double down on defensive tackle. I'm going to keep it real with you. Sacks. Let me see what his size is real quick. Nah, man. I need a bigger defensive tackle. 288 ain't cutting it for me, bro. 288 ain't cutting it for me, bro. Thor, 320. I like that, but I drafted him on another mock draft, so I'm not drafting him again. What's up with this bull right here? What's up with David right here? 19 missed tackles. 6 foot stats. Damn. Pass rush is a 55.3. Run defense is good. Nah, I'm sorry, bro. You can't come to the Vikings, bro. Jalen Rivers, tackle. We might need another tackle. You know what? I might go tackle to keep it real with you. Just because for Miami Hurricanes, I might just go this route just because we never know with injuries and stuff. We might need a development like project in the tackle. Yeah, we're going to get a tackle, bro. Miami, welcome to the Minnesota Vikings. Talk that talk Fridays.
That talk.
Let's go, baby. Skull to the bowl. Skull to the bowl. Now, this is what I did in the draft. They literally gave me an F for third round. All right, so listen. Magical seven round mock draft. I don't know if any Viking fans are going to like this. I would be surprised if anybody does like this, but I like it. Amari Hampton, 24th overall in the first round. A lot of people ain't going to like that. But like I said, we addressed a lot of this in the free agency, and I like Amari Hampton, power back. I like him a lot. I wouldn't mind getting any of these other running backs, but this guy I liked a lot. I made a video about him. So, Amari Hampton, welcome to the Minnesota Vikings. Then we went center. You know what I mean? They gave me a stinking F. They gave me a big F for Jared Wilson from Georgia. My gosh. I mean, come on, bruh.
Stop the cap.
Like, really.
Stop.
You gave me an F, bruh. You gave me an F for drafting a center, bruh. What? Centers can't be drafted in the third round? Like, what the freak? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? So then they gave me a A- for Denzel Burke, cornerback, Ohio State. And then they gave me a B+ for my boy C.J. West, Indiana. You know what I mean? Jalen Rivers, tackle. They gave me a C+. And then what's the grade? What's the grade? Because I know they gave me an F. I'm pretty sure they gave me, then they got a C+, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Truly appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Shout out to Vocal Viking in the building. Shout out to Vocal Viking in the building. You know the vibes, man. You know the vibes. You know the vibes.
That talk.
Yeah, man. What's going on? What's going on, Zoe? What's going on? What's going on? Hey, listen, man. I don't know if people, listen, I don't think people going to like this last mock draft, man. But I know for a fact we need a dang on running back. And that's all I got to say. Thank you, Chris, for real, for the $2 super chat. Skull to the freaking bowl. Have a wonderful day, each and every one of y'all. And as always, unless y'all want to do another mock draft, we can do another mock draft. It's up to y'all. But as always, God bless. Be safe out there, man. You know what I mean? It's cold. Stay warm. It's like 28 degrees outside for me. Nah, it's a little bit colder than that, I think. But it's cold outside, man. Stay warm. Let's go to the bowl, everybody. Peace.
Mike Sports Vibes, thank you for vibing with me. Yeah. Mike Sports Vibes, thank you for vibing with me. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. Let's go. I really do this. I'm a hybrid fan. I'm a stand-up man. Yeah. They be hating on the squads, but they really a fan. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. Let's go.